Coming up on the AFN Europe Report.
A soldier in Belgium uses his experience and position to help soldiers overcome post-traumatic stress disorder. And
it has been a very successful clinic today.
We go to Romania, where Army medics are helping the local people get a better view of the U.S. Army. Plus, a celebration at the new U.S. Embassy in Berlin. AFN's Gary Bottel reports from the festivities.
Those stories and more.
Your station, your stories.
The AFN Europe Report starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Specialist Jennifer Gold. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a major topic of discussion these days. It can be caused by any kind of stressful or traumatic event, such as the September 11th attacks. One soldier who was directly affected by the attacks uses his position to help fellow soldiers with PTSD.
Since September 11, 2001, the number of post-traumatic stress disorder claims has risen tremendously. Whether it was caused by the terrorist attacks or subsequent deployments to the Middle East, the military is making sure service members have the necessary treatment available to them.
What is he, TDY or something?
One of those soldiers is Lieutenant Colonel Joel Williams. Colonel Williams was supposed to be in the Pentagon on that fateful day.
Probably the most difficult thing was thinking about why I didn't get killed, why I made the decision to reschedule the meeting I had, and my boss as well, because that decision was made. I wasn't in that area, the Army G1 area that took the brunt of the crash. Hey, Sergeant Dittman.
Now, Colonel Williams is the U.S. Army NATO Shape Battalion commander and says his position allows him to interact with every one of his soldiers as they come to the unit, many of whom have just come back from war.
Probably the two things that I think I see in this battalion, for example, are extreme lack of sleep. For me, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, like clockwork. Bam, I'm up with a bad thought, and I'm not going back to sleep.
And with his job therapy, Colonel Williams hopes to help his unit in whatever way he can, one soldier at a time.
Hey, can you print me off a schedule for the rest of this week?
Airman First Class Stephanie Berg, Shape, Belgium.
Thanks a lot, Sergeant Dittman.
Soldiers in Germany jumped at the opportunity to train with their Romanian counterparts. Aside from the training, the opportunity also gave soldiers a chance to help the local community have a clearer view of the U.S. Army.
In the small Romanian town of Babadog, located near the JTF East training area, deployed medics gathered to show the Romanian people a different side to the U.S. Army. Called Humanitarian Civic Assistance, these visits help foster international goodwill.
Creating a more positive relationship. I'm sure some of our training has made some noises and some disturbances, maybe late at night, maybe during the day. So this just sheds a positive light on the U.S. military.
Over the next month, the medics will visit 5 different Romanian towns, providing health assessments, medical screening, dental exams, and eye care. Here in Babadog, the eye clinic seems to be very popular.
It has been a very successful clinic today. I think we've made a lot of people happy, and a lot of people see better.
I found that everybody seems to be very thankful that we're here. Everybody's been a big help. And the people, when they're leaving, they seem to be very thankful for the exams that they've received and the education sheet, and so it seems to be a positive experience.
Humanitarian visits like this also have a way of impacting the soldiers that perform these services.
I had an older lady come in that was so happy with her glasses that she decided that she was going to pray for me. In fact, she came back into the room to get my name so she could pray for me by name. Don't have that happen very often.
From Babadog, Romania, this is USAREUR's Richard Baumgartner.
The people of Berlin are still celebrating the Amerika Fest as well as the inauguration of the new U.S. Embassy. AFN's Gary Bottel reports.
Berliners gathered by the thousands on both sides of the Brandenburg Gate to celebrate America's Independence Day and the new U.S. Embassy. A big hit with the crowd, the Air Force Jazz Band, decked out in Army Air Corps uniforms, performed on the main stage. The event was sponsored by the Federation of German-American Clubs. The Federation's student exchange and youth cultural programs are aimed at keeping German-American relations strong in the future. The America Fest in Berlin demonstrated that despite some difficulties in official relations over Iraq and other issues, the people of Germany still have a special relationship with America. In Berlin, Gary Bautel, AFN News.
One of the oldest officers' clubs in Germany still has the same charm today as it did in the 1940s. Army Sergeant Amanda Jackson toured this historical landmark.
More than 60 years ago, American soldiers took over a German Red Cross and turned it into an officers' club. Today it's known as the Kurhaus, a building with elaborate Roman architecture and historically the finest officers' club the U.S. Army has ever had. This evening, Germans and Americans celebrate the historic American Club and the 60th anniversary of the Berlin Airlift. Forces brought food and supplies to Berlin in 1948 after the Soviets put the city on lockdown. A new relationship between Germans and Americans began.
It still has a contact between the Germans and Americans after all these years. And of course, for a venture like this, celebrating the 60th anniversary, it's a perfect location.
Today, Wiesbadeners and Americans celebrate the Berlin Airlift annually and remember it as the largest humanitarian event in history. Army Sergeant Amanda Jackson, Wiesbaden, Germany.
Coming up, we head south of the Alps, where one community keeps safety first this summer. Summer means we're going to get outside and have some fun, and many of those fun activities may include fire from the grill or a fireworks celebration. So naturally, fire prevention and safety are a #1 topic of interest in Ramstein, Germany.
At this year's Rockin' Forth celebration, it was all about patriotism, the red, white, and blue, and of course, fireworks. The Ramstein Fire Prevention Team keeps the fire on the sky, on the stove, and off the ground. They do this by inspecting the food booths and the site of the fireworks.
Cooking sources is 18 inches away from the sides of the tents, and that they have at least one 10-pound fire extinguisher like this right here.
But why 10 pounds?
A 2.5-pound or a 5-pound extinguisher only lasts about 20 seconds. At least it gives them a chance to try and extinguish the fire before it happens.
During the inspections, they find things that no one may have noticed before it was too late.
Yeah, that's going to put out a fire, isn't it?
The fire prevention team soaks the ground to make sure the show stays in the air where it's supposed to be. This year, they had some help.
We sent a staff summer sheet to God, and he sent us the rain.
The fire prevention team works hard so audiences can sit back and ooh-ah without.
And that was Army Sergeant Vanessa Heinzelman reporting. Heading south of the Alps, different laws and procedures can make driving in Europe a bit frustrating. For motorcyclists, they need to know these things, plus their own riding ability. That's where motorcycle safety classes make a big difference for riders.
Motorcycle safety is important in Sigonoa, and in an effort to prove that, the traditional PowerPoint brief has been swapped out for a hands-on safety course held on a real racetrack in Sicily.
This year, we put some hands-on into it, real-world group rides, doing basic drills to keep up their skills.
Instructors set up different stations all along the track to test riders' skills. Skills like taking corners, weaving, maneuvering, and braking. The goal was to get the students to a larger space and out onto a circuit where the riders could get a better feel for their bikes.
Being on an open track like this, it's a larger environment that's set up so it kind of puts things into a more real-life perspective.
The course wasn't anything new for some of the riders, but even the most experienced cyclist can lose track of the importance of safety after many years of riding.
You kind of forget some of the basics, some of how to brake, how to slow down for a corner, how to downshift. This course teaches you those again, kind of re-emphasizes the need to do the safe way to ride.
Whether they were a newcomer to two wheels or a seasoned veteran of the open road, the course was a unique way to learn the same set of essential skills. Seaman Adam Wolf, Sigonella, Italy.
It's not your grandmother's cookie showdown. It's more like a sweet competition where a father and daughter team have a chance to bond and show off their colossal cookie skills.
And one more.
It's 9 o'clock Saturday morning. Licia and her dad, Tech Sergeant Chris Alamo, are preparing for a competition. In just a few hours, they'll compete with other Lodges residents in the annual Colossal Cookie Contest, sponsored by Services. Working diligently together as a team, they add all the necessary ingredients. But it's not all work. While the cookies bake, Tech Sergeant Alamo talks about how he's thankful for this opportunity to spend time with his daughter.
We're just going to have fun. You know, if we win, that's great. You know, it's just something for her to do and with me, and we can have the cookies as part of their enjoyment, and that's the prize.
After the secret ingredient is added, they're off to the contest to meet the competition. Licia and her dad try to keep busy while the judges begin judging in the back room. They assign each cookie a final score based on taste, appearance, and creativity.
And that was Air Force Sergeant Colleen Armstrong reporting. Coming up, it's time to get the kids out of the house and into some summer fun. I'll explain when we return.
Floor 35th at Ramstein is the largest APO in the DoD. In 2007 alone, we processed 13 million pounds of mail, getting it to you accurately and quickly. Thank you, sir. Volunteers are a vital part of our Postal Services operations. In the last 6 months, over 500 volunteers have augmented our Postal Services staff, ensuring that you receive your mail on time, every time.
You safety people are the backbone of our success. That's why we make it a priority to take care of you as well as you take care of the mission. You Safety Airmen, winning today and tomorrow.
And finally, most bases across Europe have some sort of summer program for kids, and AFN's Rolla Sutmiller joined in on the summer fun during the kids' first week of adventure.
It's not every day that horses stop traffic on SHAPE, but here they are. This is the grand finale for the first week of SHAPE's School-Age Services Summer Camp. This week's theme, the Old West. And today the kids are learning all about these horses, from the gear they wear to the food they eat.
She said you can eat the corn.
Director Natasha Sterling has been running the summer camp for the past 4 years and likes to pack each week with a full variety of activities.
We have games, we have art activities, we have sports activities. Every Friday we have something that we call a great extravaganza, a Friday extravaganza. It's different every week.
Oh yeah, come on.
A big part of the 8-week camp are the field trips. 4 amusement park visits are scheduled. 1 took place this week. Understated, they're a big hit.
And we saw a show, and Silly Clown had a dog.
Upcoming themes, Olympics Week, Wilderness Week, and Medieval Week, complete with a Renaissance theater troupe, costumes, and festivals.
This is a much better way to spend your summer than to sit at home, because at home you're just going to be bored.
Did we let the dog?
Yep, it's definitely better than sitting at home. Rolla Sutmiller, SHAPE, Belgium.
And that's all the time we have tonight for everyone here at the AFN Europe Report. Thanks for watching and have a great night.